Show. Oh no. Dad let you fall off the table. I'm sorry. You okay? Terrible parenting. Okay. Here we go. Let's start the show. I will tell you right now. Oh, the little girl, you okay? Yeah. Um, I will tell you right now. We had a great day. Now, she's a bulldog. Cute thing she did today, she wanted to be upstairs. She went all the way upstairs by herself. She doesn't know how to come down the stairs yet. My other ones took them about this age when we got them, and they learned. Now I carry her upstairs because she's only 9 pounds right now, 10 pounds maybe. And so I carry her up and down the stairs. There's going to become a point where I can't. My oldest bulldog used to jump up on the bed. He can't anymore. He's too big. So we have to pick him up. That's 70 pounds to pick up. This one should be about 40 pounds. So the cuteness of the stairs, and the first time they come down the stairs, I'll film it, record it, and you'll watch her just somersault down the stairs. It's a learning process. Let's see if we can see chat because it's so far away. Guys, video is banging today. Alright. Let's turn down the computer. And then let's put... It's not letting me comment. It's buffering. Oh no. It's not working. Hang on. Let me go off and get back on. Bring the whole show to a halt. And you just sleep. Little girl. Okay. A lot of things going on out there. He's live right here. Buffered. Am I allowed to leave a message? There we go. Okay. I remember playing Siege with you, brother. Keep it up. Ah, thank you, brother. Thank you, Logan. Hang on. Let me say hello, all. Hello, all. Yeah. I was just hanging out with Bill. The guy who played Siege with you, and he's in his garage with my buddy Mark, and they are just hanging out doing projects. Bill moved to 40 acres, and this is his dream. This is my dream. We got another bulldog. Hang on. Let me open it here, and I'll tell you a story. Let's crack the first beer of the night. Now, no, you're not able to drink. Get all excited hearing beer. Oh, there you go, little girl. So anyway, this little bulldog right here, this is Deckhand Dolly. Deckhand Dolly is going to, for 2 years, have adventures with me. For 2 years, bulldogs really enjoy life, and then after that, they relax like no other dog has relaxed in its lifetime. They don't like to go out. They don't like to go on car rides anymore. They definitely don't want to go to the vet, because when Ollie went to the vet, it took his, you have crabs. I got lobsters. Lobsters. Now, some people call these crayfish. These are the most sought after lobsters in the whole wide world. China buys them all from us, $100 a pound, and they have to be whole and alive. So all of our commercial traps go there. Only way you can have this kind of lobster and this kind of atmosphere, shall we say, is go down and grab them by hand or hoop net. I learned how to hoop net this year. You're just going to relax. It's nice. Today was 85. 85 degrees. And if you leave a comment over on Facebook, I cannot read that far. I put the camera back. I'll figure out the camera situations. I'm going to go more professional. I went on TikTok twice today. And they let 1,500 people watch me per show. So they're hurting over there. I don't know what the U.S. did to TikTok, but they were the number one. And now all the people that were making all that money over there are running on treadmills. Hey, some of you shouldn't run on those treadmills and at those speeds. Just saying. You're a little too advanced in your age and your health to be doing that kind of stuff. I guess you got to keep up with the paycheck that you used to get. I don't know. Everything's so it's easy to go over there and do a live show and not have being dependent on yeah, they don't want your live shows anymore. They want you to work. Some of the bigger names made it through. So I'll just come in and show them what I can do. I've been doing this for a minute. I'm getting better at it. This bulldog just fell into my lap. It's my buddy. Guy that took me hoop netting 4 weeks ago. By the way, I have an update on those ones. Hang on, let me just take my hands off this beautiful, beautiful little girl. There you go, little girl. You just sleep for a little bit, and then you can go play with your brothers and sisters. We've been taking her on walks. She's getting used to a collar. Normally when you put a collar on a bulldog, they sit down, and you got to get them real tight. It's better if you get one of those ones with the little prongs in it. Let them know, hey, this ain't happening. Or you can drag them. This one just wants to be outside. She's still young enough that a hawk could take her away. We have red-tailed hawks. We got the vultures. We got everything out here in the country. So we got at night those big, huge owls. I'm talking the big ones. Come down and grab people's little cats and shit. Stuff. We're not cussing. And she's gonna go on a trip with me this weekend. We are going down to San Diego, where I grew up. It's all business. I'm dropping off my leather and money so my nephew can buy a cobbler machine, and he's going to make me lingcod leather and halibut leather Air Force Ones to add to my collection. These are going to be better because he's going to take the shoes apart and restitch them back together. I really am going to enjoy this one. He says he knows what he wants to do. I've already showed him the colors and the skins, and he knows exactly what to do. All right. Now the halibut ones, I have to put my foot down. Because it has to have a mixture of the white side and the gray side, and I got all these skins to do it, even if we mess up 100,000 times. And that just leads me in. Okay, I meet him. Hang out for just a brief moment. See how his life's going. He's a young man in San Diego, my nephew. And then he's going to go do his thing with his friends, and I'm going to go do my thing. Next, I go over and boom. I'm going to hang out with my buddy Ian and his family, and then we're going to get up and bring him down a spear gun. He's going to custom make me a spear gun. Lo and behold, he's starting a custom spear gun business. I got a mouth on me that doesn't quit. I do know how to spin things with social media. Believe it or not, 50 to 60, sometimes 850,000 views. That one right there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on Insta. 800 and rising. Part 2 of part 1, part 2, 3. I took the tail meat out. Bill said he liked it because you could see the little fins going bloop, 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 because I put it in slow motion. I didn't know I was that kind of genius, Bill. Thank you. And this right here, this is my new pride and joy. I still have 2 other ones that are struggling in there. Oliver has accepted this. Penelope has not. Just trying to get a better view for you guys. Showtime, little girl. Compliments to the brewery. Hello, Justin. Thank you for this, Justin. Justin had a litter of 8. They even named one wolf that lives 30 to 40 minutes from me over here, which I go over there to get on 101 to go down to Santa Barbara to dive. If I'm going down to Southern California, I get over to 5. I just ride the 5 the whole way. I ain't going through the beach towns with all my friends. I don't have that kind of time. It's business time. So like I said, this weekend is going to be quick and fast, and Saturday I'm going to wake up. We're going to go dive a certain area in San Diego. We're going to try to get our first halibuts. After we do the business of the spear gun. Now, after that, I'll hang out for a little bit, have lunch or something. And me and Dolly just gonna load up. Maybe take a nap if everything works out right, because it's grunion. Grunion or running. I need 30 grunion. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with them. Gotta freeze them, vacuum seal them, just like your saltwater guide. Look at that. See that? That's a friendship. That guy knows where the halibut are. No more pounding the sand, everybody. I don't know. I don't... Listen, he's a fishing charter. If they're catching them, I'm looking at 10 of them. It's just like lobsters. They're social animals in the springtime. They come from the deep up because they're going to spawn. So if you see 5 skinny-nosed males that anybody would love to catch, right? I know how to sex them. I've watched. Because every time I go out, I limit out on my boat. Unfortunately, here we had some kind of mysterious thing that nobody talks about. But I'm not even going to talk about it. Why screw my algorithm? They wanted hush-hush. They wanted hush-hush. I live in Moss Landing. Just Google Moss Landing. See what happened. Something with batteries. All right, lithium. And then the commissioner said he was on the computer. Nope, nope. I've talked to everybody. There's nothing dead around here. Nope. The lady running it said, I knew it. I knew it was fake news. Well, 15 minutes later, I had my biggest YouTube live. 900 people logged on, and there I am 15 minutes later after he did that. There's a dead sea lion. I don't know what killed it. I really don't. And normally when I find dead sea lions, they have bite marks out of them from the sharks here. If they're lucky enough, they normally crawl up on the boat ramp and then die. And then these people from Monterey Bay Aquarium shut down all... Don't stress the animal out is what they say. Now, I'm a kind of guy that would go up and just stab the thing. I'm sorry for all the tourists watching, but it's suffering. It's an animal suffering. Nothing's going to save it. Now, when they take it and net it and stress the fuck out of it and then take it away and euthanize it, I think that's a little bit more gruesome, but you don't have to see it. Now, we also have otters here. They get hit all the time, too. I've seen half-eaten otters. I got on video me and my friend Star, who I'm making the spear gun for. We'll get back to that, though. Done deal, Justin. Let's do this. Let's do this. I need 5 a week. I can do 5 a week. I can do 5 a day down there. Up here, I only can have 2 because they said we're overfishing them because they took away the salmon. They're not going to give you your salmon back either. It's global warming and it's green thing because Eric said so, and he's the one running the commission. Now, he's going to get no funding, so now he has to turn on his own people. And you watched all those ladies with the little hearts with rainbows on their thing. I don't know if you... I'm in the chat room, so I'm just looking. I'm scanning at all these old ladies that are my mom's age, just angry. They gave them all this money. We want NPAs. They can't give them to them because they can't do anything because... Here's the problem. It's federally funded. Trump ain't playing your game. You fucked for 4 years. I'm sorry, algorithm. Now, if you don't like what I'm saying, you could leave or you can accept it. Because Mark Zuckerberg is now my new best friend. He wants to be part of the cool people. He's actually into MMA. So I'm not going to ever challenge him again. I used to challenge him back in the day. Because I knew he was a little weirdo. And this world has just changed for me. I even had to go buy a new pressure washer today. Last couple times my pressure washer was broken. Now it's springtime. Everybody wants things pressure washed. I got 4 bids out on huge jobs. Really put me into the green, but God damn. Now I'm going to have to hire somebody because I used to just do everything myself. Because I'm coming down to Southern California. I'm getting 5 a day. So I'll have that business thriving. I'm going somewhere on the internet. I'm getting reached out by, it's like Chinese companies right now. They want me to peddle their shit. I'm not peddling your stuff. Now, I will do a sponsorship. If you need it, like an energy drink, something with fishing, something with barbecues, smokers. Don't worry, I know I've already done this, so I know how to promote myself. I have a portfolio now. 850,000 and climbing 20,000 a day for that lobster on Insta. Oh. And that was in October. And guess what? It wasn't my lobster. It was my buddy Jerry's. Now Jerry's a guy that took me under his wing and showed me the ropes back in the day. Now Jerry is well, he's not handicapped. He did it to himself. He fell off a cliff because he was drinking. And he got back up and he still dives. He uses a DPV, but for some reason he thinks he deserves where my dive bag goes. So I have to leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get there and then stand in line starting at 6 in the morning, even though you can't load the boat till 12. Not even 12, hang on, till 6. It depends if somebody's coming back in or not. Then they gotta go dump the tanks, and they've already done that. They gotta fuel up, they gotta wash it, they gotta clean the bunks. I bring my own stuff, so please don't clean my bunk. I'll clean it myself. I'm not gonna be using your pillows and blankets, sorry. No disrespect, I'm sponsored. Because I make myself comfortable for 3 to 4 days on those boats. This little one's going to be on the boats. We're going to start her off on day trips. We're going to definitely be on her birth dad boat. That's Justin. That's my buddy. And he didn't even know what he had and what he has just done for me. This thing right here. I've had to. I don't see a lot of comments, and Bob caught the comment a couple days ago, and it was a 7-year-old because I'm starting to promote Deckhand Dolly. Turn the comments off, make it 18 and under. I want the parents from there, okay? The dads that can't handle watching kids all day long. It's brutal, young men. I lived it. I kicked ass so much that my kids don't talk to me now. Not my doing. The poisonous ex-wife. The one that can't handle anything that happens to her. The narcissist. But we're not going there. They have to answer questions now. I don't. I did the right thing. I hung in there. I paid child support. $2,400 per kid. Went to court 10 times. Didn't want anything except for a relationship with my kids. It's all in the documents. And now I get to step out on this stage. What you get with me is you get real. You don't get bullshit. Okay? That's why the kids can't watch me. They can watch her. She's a puppy. She's cute. She just did stairs for the first time up, not down. Some people think we're walking out on the road. I have a rabbit. They've stopped on a country road and asked, what you guys have a rabbit? They've never seen one this color. This is the rarest color out there. It's called Myrtle Blue. And for some reason, Justin came into my life, and I met him last year because he was just being the best at hoot netting. Justin, here's what I'm going to do for you. I got to keep one, but I came back, listen, I came back with 5, I think, 4. I can't remember. Whatever my report card said, that's what I came back with. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even tell you my first hoop netting experience without Justin, because Justin was involved. But you can't hear about that story unless you go to your saltwater guide. All those people were like, who'd you go hoop netting with? Well, I can't tell you who I went hoop netting with because the person doesn't want his name out there. Be mad at me. Martin, cheers, brother. I have a G-rated channel. And I have moderators that know what to do. So when the moderators see, Bob said she's 7. I'm like, what do you mean she's 7? A 7-year-old shouldn't be here. But then I have buddies that let their kids watch me. The guy that gave me this fish tank, I'm making a hoodie just for that kid's size. Same with my buddy Jeff. Now Bob supported me today. Thank you, Bob. Bought a t-shirt. Mailed it out, put Dolly in there, tagged you in it. It's the best I can do, brother. Thank you. Compliments to the brewery. You got 100,000 hanging over. I know. Here's the problem. These are so cool that I'm not allowed to sell them. I grabbed them myself. I did this to myself. Now, people could give me some and then I taxidermy them and I gotta do, okay, you have to point at the Go ID card and you have to do this, and we don't even know if that's legal. I'll tell you what, hey, you go too much further, you're gonna go off the bed. I love your head being hung over, but listen, smarten up. You've already fallen off the table once. Don't be the slow child, okay? Leave that to Penelope. She doesn't like you. You took her spot and you're too goddamn cute. People are paying way too much attention to you. I wanted to do this with Penelope, but Penelope, she just was born wired in to hate dogs. It's one of those dumb kids that think they know how to fight and run up on you. And if you know how to fight, you know how to fight. I mean, listen, there's people with cauliflower ears are in a different league. But being sucker punched, anybody can go down if you know how to knock somebody out or really wound them and then go after their friends. Their friends are going to puss out in this generation. No need for that anymore. I've changed my ways. Cheers to me. And I just want to be the nice grandpa that has an English bulldog that goes diving, and you can bring your kids on the boat and meet Dolly. If you're a single dad or a single mom that wants to go scuba diving, and you brought your kids on a boat that I'm on, and they don't scuba dive yet, but you want them to be able to fish out there and just experience something besides their TV and their phone, which I make money off of, so please keep watching. They can hang out with little Dolly after she has all of her shots. She's on my dive boats with me. So, we just had a trip. It was terrible weather, and I hurt my back with this tank right here. I think you just farted. Nope, not a fart. Okay. Cutest little button, though. Bob, thank you, brother. My wife thanked you. I believe she handwrites notes still. So I hope you got a handwritten note. I didn't throw a sticker in. I should have. I should have thrown a couple of them in because they didn't go anywhere. And they're cheap quality anyway. But when I meet you, Bob, I know we didn't get to meet at the show, but I'm going to be down there all summer long. I have to come down there to get my halibut. I need 5 a day. I don't know if it's the same thing with lobsters where I can only travel with 5, or if I can prove I got 5 this day and prove I got 5 this day. And I can prove because I GoPro everything. There's no shenanigans going on. I listen. When a great white comes in, it's that quick, okay? Or a sea lion. A lot of the sea lions hang out and want to have a turf war with you. I will start showing that. The wardens around here don't talk to me anymore, so I guess I don't know. I don't know what happened to our relationship. I didn't do anything but went with Dave to talk to the. Look at all. Nature is taking. Spring is here. I just mowed the grass, 2.5 acres. There's insects everywhere. People with allergies, especially bulldogs, and I have 2 of them. Penelope's very prone to this time of year, hay fever. You hear the crack? That's a crack of a harbor lobster. Which, by the way, on TikTok today, Seawolf 1330, I went live, and I'll probably do a lot more because I got over 1,000 views, some up to 2,000. Because I'm not even monetized. I don't even make money there. But we're rebuilding this one. This is the first of my buddy's tournament. These aren't the best ones. The best ones are I saved. I want to make sure everything goes right. I have an extra one in case something doesn't go wrong. I did sign it right here today. Oh, Jesus, young lady. Let me put your friend next to you. Oh, it's a harbor bug. It has black on it. I'm not going to let her eat. When the dogs, I will tell you this. I'm not a purist, but I am. Lisa called me a purist, and I am. So the ones me and my dogs and my family eat and people barbecuing over here that I don't sausage up are going to be from the island. Island boys. For the harbor bugs, and I'm going to work the hell out of the harbors next season. Me and Dolly, here's my plan. I want to become famous enough that Justin wants me on his boat as a guest appearance 1 day a week down there. So then I can document 7. Boom. 7. Or we don't get 7. Okay, now you know that I can't come home with my 21 because it just didn't work out. Justin's the only captain that takes your lobster card and fills it out for you. You guys just know that's something that somebody that doesn't want to ever have any problems with the wardens like us. Wardens, you're federally funded. Don't listen to the commissioners. He still thinks the electric batteries are the way to go. Closures are the way to go. I don't mean for you guys to riot and throw anarchy. You have to listen to him. So we got to get this guy off the board. I'm coming to meet you guys. I am. Now, I don't want to be tased by the 2 that are at each exit. Please, guys. I've been tased. It's not fun. And I'm old. And my dad died of a heart attack, and his dad and his mom and everybody else. I'm outliving them. My Uncle Fred's still alive, and he was my dad's brother. Real same mother, same dad. They look exactly alike. Now, he watches, but he's confused because he's old and can't hear. I don't know how much he has to crank up the TV. I'm getting there, Uncle Fred. Half the things said to me, I don't know what they're saying. Spring has sprung, yes. Hang on. In possession limits, so you can only have 5. Okay, so I can't do a multi-day pass out there and come back with 15. I get 5 in one dive. That's how good I am. And I bring guys that I've trained to do this, and they're better than me. So you want numbers? You want your name out there? Quit cracking. God damn it. That's the death of taxidermy lobsters before they're epoxied. Now, when I bring home 21, I got cracking everywhere, and I'm checking each one. Dolly's going to help me. We're going to make her, out of the lobster leather, since I can't sell, can't do anything else with it, I'm going to make her some clothes with it. It was going to make me clothes, but god damn, she's going to change. This is her puppy stage. She's going to be a bulldog. I have 12-pound lobster leather. I have 6-pound lobster leather that she's already outgrown. I did a couple videos with her. She's not gonna be afraid of anything. God, she's already outside. I got this screen thing. Quit cracking, motherfucker. I got this screen thing. Compliments the brewery. To keep the bugs out. Now most bulldogs are so afraid of everything. She's not. She headbutts it. She headbutts doors to get inside. Boom. It's cracked open. Boom. She goes in. She's potty trained, but she's not. She knows she's potty trained, but she messes up. We have piddle pads down. Justin and Amanda, the birth parents, did a great job. I trimmed her nails. I will be throwing the chip into her, supervised at her pet examination this week. She's getting shots. Second round, and then we have a third round. I cannot let her around other dogs yet. So if you want to meet up and you have dogs, listen, she's not going to be like Penelope. She won't attack other dogs. For 2 years, I'm allowed to do whatever. And by the way, when we leave, these guys are very miserable right now. Oliver and Penelope, 4-year-old and a 3-year-old bulldog. As soon as we leave and come back next Sunday, they are going to accept her into the family like nobody's business. Because they've already accepted her into the family. She goes in, and in the morning she lays with Oliver down here. Penelope's up in the bed. Anytime she moves, she growls at her, so I know she's moving. So then I have to take her potty. Because you'll hear this, and then you'll hear this, Urgh. And then normally Penelope will kick because she took over Penelope's spot. So she's a little upset about that. Now me and my wife could do the right thing on the third one and put her in a kennel and teach her how to sleep in a kennel, and she'd be fine with it. But look at how cute this is. The puppy breath. Her wanting to sleep on your head, nibble on your ears and hair in a dream. This is bulldog parenting and bulldog heaven to me. Same with the wife. They fart, they snore. Me and my wife don't do any of that around each other. Second wife, I knew what I did wrong the first wife. Dolly is going to be spoiled. Dolly is going to be a superstar. And you get to see the life of Dolly. Because honestly, when I'm out at the islands, she's going to have a life vest on, and she's going to swim in the ocean. I'll swim next to her. If there's a white in the area, I know what whites, I know all the fish leave, and I know the seals leave. This wouldn't even be the white wouldn't even be able to bite this. It would just swallow it. Now I'm going to put a doggy cam GoPro on her. You get to see her cute little feet kick. I'll be underneath her. I'm sponsored by a goddamn dive boat. We go on day trips. If you're a diver, I've already won over the diving community. Listen, I am the worst person for them to put there because I take off my gear and I climb into holes. All of my friends are instructors that need to go out and have fun after they teach you guys. Some people want to do what I do. Some people will die. Get the proper training. If you contact me, I will make sure you have a dive shop in your area that I'm personal friends with. Vets, you want a Marine? I got one. I only deal with the best. I mean, that's why I thought I was a narcissist. No, I just want to succeed in life. So when I became friends with Justin last year, it was for nothing else except for I just found out. I went on a dive that night with my buddy from the King of the Harbor. That was a life changer for me. Now these bugs are darker. They got toxic black on them. We worked on that one on TikTok today. 4 of the legs were from the parts department. We're putting this one back together. This is the first. Their tails have already curled up, so I'm going to have to dampen their tails. They're going to have to be on styrofoam so until it dries. I'm going to have to deal with the cracking, as you can hear. Then you get out the super glue from the Chinese Home Depot, Harbor Freight. And then after it's all over and they've set, it's almost like when you build a house, right? Look at this dog. This dog is just hanging. Hopefully she won't wake up. But man, that's a dog's life right there. I'm peddling shit. I'm working. I'm making shorts. I'm making her have a life. Hashtag great parenting to me. Hashtag show dad. The other 2 are retired. I got 2 years. After 2 years, this dog is just like this. They don't do anything else. Justin has some miracle dogs that I met Moose, the father of this one, and he's pushing around a cage still. My 4-year-old's limping. You know the people you meet and you're our age, and yeah, I took my dad out fishing. Like, huh? Or your mom. My mom's still alive. Love you, Mom. It's weird how life works. And now I get to be either famous or semi-famous or mentally healthy. Because if you think this is deranged, you're deranged. You got to understand, this weekend I got a new puppy. Everything's a write-off. I'm talking everything. The camper's a write-off now. The truck's a write-off. The mileage is a write-off. I just started a new business that even if I don't succeed, I get to write my whole life off. So if I ask you for a receipt, it has to be a receipt. If I'm on your boat because you have to do things and we don't exchange money, we make that an agreement, and we make that agreement. It's completely legal. I've been under investigation all the time for it. The evil world has changed in my favor. And they allow me to do a G-rated me. Deckhand Dolly, social media. Don't worry, clothes will be coming. Stickers will be coming. The travel back and forth. I don't know what social media I'm going to be on. I only can do one at a time. I don't have that kind of money, so when I'm traveling, I can't promote. Or I can, but it's just on one social media. So follow me on all social media, Seawolf13. If you don't know where to go to my website, seawolf13.net. If it tickles your fancy, order something. It's crazy. The people that have ordered stuff are people off the internet. That's amazing to me and my wife. It just is. And I'm not, there's no guilt trip. It's just, they're so used to this entertainment. This is what I do. I take people out and I make their dreams come true. People that have been looking for halibut for 15 years go out once with me and I'm pointing out the smallest one. Anything over 20 pounds, I tell them on the dive, I'm going to kill. I'm a narcissist, so leave me alone. I have a reputation to uphold. I've killed so many gosh darn halibut. And now I'm doing 100% sustainability. Argue with it. If you argue with it, you're a liberal that looks like the bitch that you are. Sorry. Now if I just lost half of you. Oh, sorry, my mom's here. Mom, on YouTube, let me make you. Mom, you know what I'm going to do for you? You're going to be A managing moderator. That means, Mom, even the moderators, you can shut up. You're the top, Mom. You created this. Come meet your new granddaughter. I know you've called me or texted me, and we're deprived parents right now. We get up every 2.5 hours to make sure this thing knows how to be potty trained. It's a very critical time in their life. If you miss this part, you're going to be picking up shit and piss all through your house. This thing doesn't have any other option except for to go on a pedal pad or outside. Once she's outside, she wants to hang out there. She doesn't know about the hawks and the mountain lions. If you watched my channel on, what was it, Facebook, we got to see the 15-year-old cat get taken off the porch by the mountain lion and eaten in my neighbor's yard. Called me up. He goes, I think it's your cat that got eaten. I'm like, oh, okay. What? He goes, can you come get it? Sure I can. Hello? I could take her skull now, and I can do a European mount with Barry the Mouser. 15 years around this property. And you're going to see a skull from the cat that did it. Cheers to Barry. Cheers to Dolly. Cheers to Justin. Cheers to Dave from Your Saltwater Guide. Definite biggest cheers to my wife. Putting up with this. You gotta understand. When somebody says, this is my new business idea, and this is what I'm gonna do, and I have the full support of that person, and to be quite honest, because of the way the two dogs are acting in there, we need a break this weekend. When we come back, they're going to love, Penelope is going to be a big sister and not growl and let this dog sleep with her. Oliver already has. Hey, listen, it's early morning, Dad's up, come on, I'll keep you warm. Please don't bite my face. I'm not a puppy. I'm going to growl at you, but it's only to let you know. When he stood in front of I edited that down, but the long version of that was Oliver knew. He came in the room because Penelope lost it and almost bit her. This dog has reaction time. You saw it just like me. I have reaction time. Love you too, Mom. Hang on, let me catch up. Martin. If you can hear, the frogs are back. It's the end of the frog season. You'll hear them all summer long, but not like that. She's waking up. I get to live this. I'm getting chickens. They're not going to be free ranging. Penelope and Oliver. Penelope will kill them and Oliver will finish them off. If you go back to my earlier stuff, you can see Penelope and Oliver growing up and being beat up by chickens. That's how small Oliver was this size. And now that I know how to promote, and now that I know how to be G-rated, Bob, I gotta thank you. I believe it was you that said there was a 7-year-old in the room. And that's why I gave you all blue. That's what. Well, Justin, you like frogs because snakes eat frogs. I mean, Justin's a real snake guy. Like, I was trained by my dad and everybody else. You find a rattlesnake, you chop off his head. Justin's like, no, I would never do that. I do the next step, Justin. I chop off its head and I eat it. I have videos of me eating rattlesnakes. I won't do it ever again. I do want to go, and I want you to do what you did with... Oh, he does have frogs. I've seen him. He does like frogs. Hey, Bob, straight up, I've seen him at his house when I was checking her out for the first time. One of them was wrapped in a leaf of a beautiful. Justin, what do you call that thing that you built? That you don't even have to feed anything. Everything feeds itself. It's a biodome, but Justin style. Let me grab a beer. Fuck, that was great. I'm sorry I'm cussing. It's 18 and over. I'm not drunk, Mom. I've had one beer. Edible has hit, so I am probably high. Calm down. Do not get up. God darn it. You'll make me look like the worst parent of the world. Thank you. Now I have to find, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Thank you. All right, everything's working out. There it is, a bio cake tank. Now, Justin, here's what I want to do with this, okay? I'm not doing a bio cake. I got a 155-gallon tank here. I do not know anything about salt water. My buddy said, hey, just go get salt water, clean this out. I cleaned it out, I've scrubbed it, I put lime, CRL in there. I've done everything, I've stayed away from the seals. When you fill it up, you don't see this white line, you just don't. Next year I want to perfect this with salt water. So when I grab lobsters, instead of me having to rush home and grab them, say I have 21. You gotta understand, the wardens watch my stuff. They come over here. I got video of it. I mean, my God. Heck yes, Martin. What are you guys talking? What? Uh-oh. What does that even mean, you fishermen? Now I'm doing good, Bill. Deckhand Dolly. Bill changed his name to Deckhand Dolly. He's going to give it back to me. He just has to wait 6 more days, and then he'll be back on Terry Garage. Now, I was on Justin's boat, and was it anchovies that Anthony and me were playing with? Is that what that was? But Bill, before you do it, I need to be there to grab it right when you undo it. So don't do it without me. That's all I'm asking. And you know I'm going on a trip with Deckhand Dolly. So, listen, I need that name, Bill. Thank you for getting it for me. I challenge Bill. Hang on. Bob, yes. Oh, God, these guys are talking. I need them in my ear. Let me ask you this. Bob and Justin, would you just hang out with me on a show? I know you're big league, and listen, I don't know how I met Bob. All I do, it's through your saltwater guide. But this guy investigated. Okay, listen, I'm friends with everybody. I've said it. I'm friends with a guy that is still throwing money around on Instagram, like $100 grand, and he's been in federal penitentiary. I don't know what's happening. I don't ask questions. A great person to me. He knows what those sneakers are worth, of course. I'm not going to call him out. I'm also friends with cops. White guys that run around in Oakland and want the midnight shift. Not racist. That's a crazy, crazy white boy in my brain. And they can't even spike their adrenaline anymore by going to work out in those shifts. So they come diving with me. And I entertain them. It's a little off-brand that I entertain. But now I have Dolly. She'll entertain the other people. I'm going to be me. Except for I'll stop cussing so your kids can come on these dive boats. But on my show, on this show, it's 18 and over. Are you using an iPad? Can I be in your ear? God, Bill, we've already talked about this. I wanted you in my ear. I only have another 20 minutes. Wait, 12 minutes, Bill. 12 minutes. I got to listen to Dave. You got to keep it at an hour, otherwise people won't come back. if you ramble on for 3 hours. See, that's what my show's going to be. It's going to be an hour. It's going to be okay. Can you hear me now, Justin? Bill was calling me on all my social media. Can you hear me now? Lost audio. Is it back? Okay. All right. Bill, do not call me. It shuts down the audio. I was telling you. We got 12 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Let me just roll this. If you want to be involved, Bill. I'd love to have you. God, when you're in my ear, you can tell me comments. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Justin. Listen. Yeah, Bill. You just shut down my show. Come on, brother. I was like, hang up, Bill. I'm yelling at you to hang up and you guys can't hear me. Oh, how fun is that? Little Dolly here is just sleeping her day away. Big day, she crawled up the stairs. If you see anybody in here like Bob did, and if I could give Bob a free t-shirt, I would have, but I can't. So he ordered one. Seawolf13.net. I would love to give him, as soon as I'm famous enough that I can provide good people with just free product like that. And Bob wasn't asking for a handout. And I don't know how Bob ended up in my life, but Mom, you're here, and he was a detective. My dad was a highway patrol, street cop. Highway patrol at that. I have his badges. No, I don't have his badges. You're not allowed to have his badges, so I don't have his badges. I have his patches. I have his ring from when he graduated from the academy. I'm also friends with affiliated people on the other side. I have a respect for anybody and everybody in life. Just be a good person. And if you're not, for some reason a higher power hasn't let me and you meet, except for now, social media. Now here's the coolest thing about social media. The more negative the comments are, the better you do. It's sad because I did that 15-pound lobster for my buddy. He had his first kid, and he met me because of what I do with lobsters. He goes, "Can you charge for this?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think I can. I don't know, blah, 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 blah." I'm not going to say what we worked out, but I got to hand it to him. I got to go diving with him. If you're following everything for the Christmas dinner, which was a huge Christmas dinner, it was the first Christmas dinner without the mother-in-law that died in our house from cancer. It was a tough year for any and everybody. She was a great one. This is where we got her name. Dolly. And when she was born and I met her through Justin, this is how life works out for me. It always works out perfect. Because that relationship and that bond between me and Justin is like no other. He doesn't have to agree with my lifestyle or who I am. Now we share this. And this is an unpapered one. I tell my other two, this one's unpapered. Stepchild. Try to bond with them because I'm a narcissist, right? Quit cracking. It's not cool. And this has brought so much joy to my life because I'm a third child, but I only have 2 real children and they both don't talk to me. Apparently I did something wrong. Can't figure it out yet, but life will work itself out. This right here, this is a class clown. This one wants to be more famous than me. But she has a show dad. Showtime. Wake up. You ready to go potty? We got 5 more minutes. Do you want to take her? She's been sleeping the whole time. Oh, there's your mama. You want to take her out back? I'll bring her to you. Okay. She's fine. Big yawn. She's up to 4 hours holding her bladder. You don't take her out every 2 hours because that's what it was. Noah Bulldog. Their bladders are born weak. Every week they get it. It's like an extra hour of sleep for me. We're up to 4 hours. Do not go back to 2 hours because then she'll be used to that. Be better than the dog. Be better than the child. If your kid's still living at home, playing video games, and not going to college, that's on you. I support it. I would never have it. But that's what makes me a narcissist. This is what I have for 2 years. It's going to be the best 2 years of her life. She's going to be with her dad for all of his adventures on the boats. If she's not on it, I'm not on it. Good thing for me, I'm sponsored. Well, hang on. What did Justin just say? What, remember? Yes? Oh, all right, Justin. I almost pierced my ear to put that on there. I put it on my keychain. That, I will say this, looking at Moose, okay, he said she'll be good for 5 years. Here's the thing: is Bulldog's lives. Your dogs aren't short. I think you're gonna have some that live. I think I got a good bloodline. That's what I think I got. Now here's the thing: our first one, me and my wife bought at a pet shop because my sister said, "Come on up to Sacramento." This is what my sister would do on a Friday night with her kids. She would go out. They couldn't afford the dog. They would go to the pet store. Make the people take them out. They would play with them in a puppy center, and they would have the funnest time. Free entertainment for the kids. Then they would go to like the yogurt shop or something like that and have dessert. And that was a Friday night with the family. Those are my nieces and nephew, beautiful people. They think their UP's a little worldly is what they call me. Because I'm the uncle that had money and said, oh, $3,400 for, no, 40. I think it was 34 and that was 15 years ago. 3,400. It was between that and a Burmese Mountain Dog. And it was up to my now wife, girlfriend at the time. Choice. So either one I'll buy. The Burmese Mountain Dog's only $1,300. Thank you. But we live in a beach condo that doesn't allow pets. So if we want a pet, Find one that sleeps 10 hours a day. Walk it for 2 hours and then watch it sleep. I know we did, Justin. I couldn't afford anything else. I'm at a point in my life where I used to be able to just blow money like that and not even think. And then the Bidenomics came around. Sorry to go politics on anybody. I was there. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. It is the truth. We called him King Louie. My mom would watch him. Easiest dog to watch. You just took him over, put him on her couch. He would struggle to do anything but sit there, be mad at me and my wife for wherever we went. We'd go all over, right? Puerto Vallarta, Cabo. I mean, anywhere. I knew I had my mom to watch the dog, and the dog was not a problem. We just sat him in a corner, fed him. Of course, he needed to eat. King Louie needed to eat. It was much less. I'm not gonna give out the price. I told Justin this dog, my okay, here it was weird for a minute. I'll finish with this story. It was weird for a minute because I have an English bulldog that has the same mother, and the mother just died. And he put on Facebook. He's a friend of mine because we're friends, and he put on Facebook that she died. But she was so most wonderful dog, but to any other dogs, she had a mental issue. That's why Penelope never got to do this. Penelope cannot be around another dog. She's having the hardest time with this one, but I'm the alpha. What does she do? Me and my wife are working through it. Itchy skin, yes. Licking, yes. They're OCD dogs. This one thinks she's the greatest thing in the world. She's the third child. The second child has to protect this third child and put up with the bullshit from it. That was my brother, Ronnie, for 5-6 years. Then he caught leukemia and died. If I wasn't built for this world from experience, I don't know what this is. I can't explain it. I can't explain meeting somebody like Justin, somebody like Dave from Saltwater Guide, who, by the way, I never became a member. The app I downloaded it, but you gotta be a member. Nope, you almost fell off. I got you. Doesn't matter. My private conversations with Dave are private, and he is who he says he is. The universe brought us together because I don't care in the world. Never have. I think stress killed my dad at 53. I don't live with stress. I learned how to make a shit ton of money so I don't have to worry about financial problems. I did not save up like all my friends did that just retire and sit at home and think it's going to be the greatest life, and then they lose the zest for life, is what I call it. I know I'm going to have to start slowing down, but I've created some real monsters out there that can dominate the ocean. Now, if I'm going to bring back 5 halibut, I have to shoot 5 halibut. I can't depend on my friends. I can't depend on them to fill the lobster cards for me. That's illegal and wrong. I do require naps, and now I have a nap buddy. Yeah, that's you. Justin says for 4 years. Yeah, you want to keep going? Your daddy's still very active, pushing around a cage when we came to visit you. 4 hours is where she's at, so I pretty much get up at 6. So I just, for another week, I have to get up a couple times a night. She's growing like a horse or a bulldog. Yeah. Are you talking about me, Mom, being the sweetest boy? I was. I will say this, Mom, and I know you don't look at it this way, but you married a real man. Now, I know you don't believe it because of what our history is, but he made me into who I am. And you saw me stick to the core values of how he raised me, protect his mom and sister. So if anybody turned on my mom and sisters, they got beat up. So I love you, Mom. I got you for the next 4 years. I know you're worried. And peace and love. Everybody else have a great night. I will be back next Tuesday. This Tuesday. Next Tuesday is tomorrow. 5:30 p.m. The edible has hit. You need to go potty, but you can't. We built up your bladder. If you keep emptying it at 2 o'clock every 2.5 hours, then I have to suffer. Remember, you were born into a narcissistic family. Hey, Bob, thank you for the order today. If you guys want, seawolf13.net, t-shirts, hoodies, sweats. As soon as I sell out of everything and the sizes, I will re-up. And they'll be different because now I have money to play with. It's how I build my businesses. So, thank you for the support, Bob. Dolly thanks you. There will be Dolly merch on there. There'll be Dolly. There'll probably be a scuba diver shooting something with a spear gun that my buddy's making. And then Dolly up on the deck licking the blood off the... That might be too far. I don't know. Mom, come meet your granddaughter. That's all I can say to you. Not tonight. I'm going to drink. Cheers, everybody.